You just never know what's going to happen until you push all the buttons. So let's go. Good morning, and how the hell are you? Welcome to Van Tactical. Van Tactical is the name of the channel. You can call me Van. Van Tactical is your number one source for guts, glory, gadgets, and games right here on twitch.tv. Today we're going to play some video games, talk some smack, and check out our Tactical lesson of the day. Van Tactical is in the area of operations Monday through Friday, 0430 Pacific Time, 1230 Zulu Time, however that works out for you, wherever you are on the planet. I appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you being here this morning. Man, what a day. Supposed to be the snowpocalypse last night. Didn't quite happen, at least not in my immediate area. I have not checked any traffic cams in the surrounding area along my commute. I'm sure they got more snow. There was more snow at work yesterday than when I got home, which was kind of nice. You know, you leave the area and the road conditions improve rather than degrade. But yeah, this morning we got some snow on the ground. I haven't actually looked what the current temperature is. I'm sure it's unpleasant. My phone started doing this weird thing, and where I tap on a thing, but it's like, no, you actually did something else. So allegedly, 25 degrees, mostly cloudy, feels like 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Hooray! Pretty excited about that. Not supposed to be warm today, supposed to actually get more snow, potentially. And then, yeah. I don't know. Some of the major highways were closed yesterday. Just, they didn't even pretend. They're like, you know what? Or four-wheel drive, snow tires, snow chains, cables, whatever. It's not sufficient. We're just going to close the road because we're not coming to rescue your dumbasses. You're going to get stuck on the side of the hill for hours and hours and hours. Just stay home. That makes some sense. Does make some sense. I mean, there's a freedom of movement argument, but if you wind up dead, then I still suppose that's individual responsibility, right? Or the lack thereof. But no, it's funny. There's one pass to the north of Lake Tahoe. The main pass is Highway 80. That's one of the ones that they closed yesterday. But when they close the road, if you're on certain mapping applications, I won't name names, Google, it will send you down it will suggest a possibility, or at least it has in the past. I don't know if they've ever actually fixed it. I don't think they have. Down an alternate route, which bypasses the highway. Which, all right, sounds like a good idea, right? Till you find out that it's an unmaintained dirt road. So Google will actually send you down an unmaintained dirt road in the wintertime, where snow can be 7 or 8 feet deep. Over the years, there's always stories. Every year there's stories about people who tried the road and they wound up stuck, having to be rescued. And it's like, you know what? You would think somebody like Google could respond to something like that, even if it's not just me calling them. If I just call Google, they're like, yeah, sure, Van, go ahead. We'll listen to you. Right? But, if a government agency, like, I don't know, a state government were to call them up and say, hey, knock that shit off, you'd think they would. You would think they would. Then again, what the hell do I know? So what else is going on in this world of ours, particularly in the United States? So yeah, the breaking story, continuing to break story about the Sinaloa cartel basically owning much of the Arizona government, top to bottom, is kind of interesting. And it's not just like some conspiracy theorists making predictions or something like that. No, there's actually some reporting, a report released by the Arizona Attorney General. Wow. Yeah. It's going to be ugly down there. It's going to get real ugly down there, and we'll have to see. I read yesterday an interesting opinion piece suggesting that the value of truth has a lifespan. The value of truth has a lifespan. You can do horrible, illegal shit as a politician, let's say. We love politicians, so we'll talk about them. As a politician, you can do horrible, illegal shit, Everybody knows it's illegal. You knew it was illegal, unethical, immoral, etc. But if you can stall long enough, then the changes are implemented, and people are like, well, I guess it's just the way it is now, and you get away with it. And it's a really good point. You've watched this stuff. If you watch politics at all for any length of time, you start to see this pattern where everybody's outraged, but there's no proof. And then a couple years later, some proof comes out. Well, I don't know. A good example will probably be, Dr. Fauci. Just pick on him. Dude lied to everybody. Whether it was malicious or not is kind of immaterial. We know he lied. He knows that we know he lied. We know that he knows that we know that he lied. And nothing will ever happen to him. He'll get his retirement and he'll collect his $400,000 a year or whatever it is he's going to get for the federal government as part of his retirement after being in government service for so many years. And the world will move on. Because, there's not much we can do about it now. And it's like, And that's just one case, right? I'm not picking on Dr. Fauci in particular, but it's just one example how the value of truth has a certain lifespan. Nope. Indeed. Cyber how the hell are you? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hanging out. Happy Tuesday to you. It's talking about the value of truth and how it has a lifespan. Do you love being around everyone else thinks you're crazy? Yeah. I mean, yes and no. Honestly, I'd rather be wrong. I'd rather have these wild conspiracies that I'm pursuing and investigating and whatnot, and I'd rather be wrong most of the time, honestly. I mean, I don't mind being right. I try and explain to my girl back home, my beautiful bride, right? I don't want to be right. I just want to be correct. And there is a difference, because if you just want to be right, it doesn't matter what your position is. You're going to fight tooth and nail so that you can be right. I am willing to give up ground if I am wrong. I would much rather be correct in as many things as I possibly can. I mean, there was a certain satisfaction. The first 3 times that I got to say, I told you so, there was a certain satisfaction. After that, it's just like, But yeah, I know what you're saying. Got the whole Scott Adams thing going on. That's been interesting. And people have pointed out, if you're not familiar with Scott Adams, he's the creator of Dilbert. He's plenty rich now, and he's being canceled currently because he said that white people should stay away from black people. I'm not arguing that position. I'm just stating the story as it is, right? There's a survey that came out, and over 50% of African Americans think that it's not okay to be white. He pointed that out and suggested that white people should just stay away from black people, because over half of them, according to the survey, don't like you. All right, and I'm not saying all. I mean, obviously 50% is half according to the survey. So he's being canceled now for being racist. No one's called him a liar. No one's tried to dispute what he said. They're just calling him a racist. And that's the interesting part to me. No one's disputing what he said. No one's calling him a liar. No one's calling him out for bad facts. Because what he was saying was based on a Rasmussen poll of people on the ground. And it's like, this is really strange. Really strange that you would cancel someone and call them a racist, but never call them a liar or call them out on the facts that they allegedly were espousing. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I know lots of people who are of different skin tones who are amazing people. I know lots of people of different skin tones who are terrible people. So do what you will with that information. Let's see. I can never remember this guy's name. There's a Republican who has jumped into the presidential race for 2024. I can never remember his name. Let's see. Republican presidential candidates. (2024). Close. Kind of interesting. It's terrible. We'll learn his name. I've only heard it like 3 times now, and nobody thinks he has a real chance. Oh, thank you for loading up my screen with ads. Talking about Nikki Haley, of course. Mike Pence. Mike Pence isn't announced. Mike Pompeo is not announced. Yeah, not running. That's less than hopeful. Yeah, I don't want to talk about him if I can't find his name. There he is. Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy. There we go. Thank you very much. Interesting. 37-year-old multimillionaire, entrepreneur, businessman, has some really neat ideas, some really good ideas. Then I found out he was on the World Economic Forum Young Leaders list. Fuck. This is why we can't have nice things. In my mind, any kind of involvement with WEF at that level automatically disqualifies you. That puts him in league with, Justin Trudeau. That's worked out real well for Canada. I support free speech. Unless you disagree with me, then I'll freeze your bank accounts. What? What? I'll take your children away from you. What? Yeah, I don't know. Along with a number of other, of course, world leaders. So, yeah. He has some interesting things to say. I hope some of his ideas make it through. He's unlikely to make much of an impact. He's one of those 1 to 3% kind of candidates. Kind of like Nikki Haley, honestly. Nikki Haley's a 1 to 3% candidate. People are suggesting she's running for a cabinet position or potentially vice presidential bid. Not actually going to be the president or wants to be president. We'll see. Let's see what else. There was one other thing. On my list, and I can't remember what the hell it was. Now. Well, if it comes to me, we'll get to it. Military history of the day up there in the top corner of the screen. Military history of the day on the top, in the top left. Yeah, I guess that's the top left corner of the screen. It's over my left shoulder, anyways. On this day, 28 February 202 BC. 202 BC, or if you prefer BCE. I think you're wrong, but if you prefer it. The coronation of Liu Bang as Emperor Gaozu of China. He was Emperor of China from 202 to 195 BC, about 7 years there. And it was marked the initiation of the Han Dynasty, a pretty famous dynasty in ancient China. So yeah, on this day, Liu Bang was coronated as Emperor of China. So there's your military history of the day. We went back a couple thousand years for that one. Planet Day, we're going to get us some of this hot World War III gameplay. I did check. It is operational today. I launched the game and it didn't say anything about down for maintenance, so that's a pretty good thing. There was a little update available, so I grabbed that. I launched Steam this morning and Battlefield's like, hey, we got an update to do. I'm like, no, why are we doing a 7 gig update? Oh well. So I let it run. Let's get this game launched up, and then about 40 minutes from now, we'll check out our tactical lesson of the day. It is Tuesday, so we'll be looking at Monarch. How the hell are you? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hanging out. No, not Attila the Hun. Not Attila the Hun. Liu, L-I-U, at least in English. Bang. Bong, bang. I don't pretend to be good at pronunciation. But the Han Dynasty kicked off with the coronation of this particular emperor. 202 BC. I think Attila the Hun was a little later than that, wasn't he? All right, this game's all launched up. See if we can't find us a match. Every once in a while I look at the screen, I'm like, okay, so I move the picture, Military is Today, to the bottom of the screen, put the game at the top. Is that the right move? Because it's mildly disconcerting watching him flip. Not terribly disconcerting, but 400s. Okay, so yeah. What, 600 years later? 600 years later, Attila the Hun came along. Ruined a lot of people's day. Single-handedly implemented climate change, though. Single-handedly implemented climate change. Removed so much CO2 production from the planet. The planet actually cooled, from what I've read. I wonder if Greta Thunberg has any relation. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Greta the Unfun? Yeah. Greta the Unfun. You know, I feel... sometimes I feel bad for people. I feel a little bad for Greta. Because I don't know how much of that she believes and how much of that she's just simply parroting that her parents have put her up to. I don't have any idea. I don't have any idea. And we say the unfun, right? We say the unfun, but I bet she's a lot of fun when she's not standing on top of her soapbox. I bet she's a very nice person. Maybe. I don't know. Never met Greta Thunberg personally. Both she leaves all the shit her parents fed her. And then, of course, there's a question about... some people have questioned, how do we say this? Mental capacity. Mental capacity. I am not. But some people have questioned mental capacity. But, you know, she came all the way over to the UN on a ship and then flew home on a jet. It's like all those meetings, all those climate emergency meetings where 250 people fly in on individual private jets. Okay. It's because they're important and you're not. It's like, it looks like the U.S. government is responsible for the worst ecological disaster in the history of the planet. And you're like, Van, what are you talking about? Yeah, the U.S. is the one that blew up Nord Stream. The old pipelines there. How much gas did we release? She grew up with champagne socialists. You know, she's an evil turd. Again, there are some suggestions that she is somewhere on the autism spectrum. She is a school dropout and potentially somewhere on the spectrum. Some people have suggested that some of her facial traits are reflective of fetal alcohol syndrome. And again, I don't know. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm saying what some people have suggested. We got 11 players in this lobby, and they're like, no, we can't find anybody to play with. Come on, man. Bunch of oligarchs meet up. That makes more CO2 than I'll ever produce in my life. About how I'm producing too much CO2. Yeah, absolutely. You already, good morning. This is getting so edgy. Yeah, I know. We're just trying to find a video game here. Just never know where the conversation's going to go. Just never know where the conversation's going to wind up. It's trying to find us a team deathmatch, and it can't even do that. It's only 10 people, I think, in a team deathmatch, right? Or is it 20? Oh, it's 10v10, so it's 20 people. Good morning to you, or good afternoon to you. How are you? How the hell are you? Appreciate you being here. Oh, man, I'm trying to remember what the other thing was. There was one other thing. Doing good, thank you. How are you? I'm doing very well, thank you. We did not quite get the snowpocalypse that we were promised last night. We did not quite get as much snow as we were promised. Got some snow overnight, but it's not nearly as bad as they were threatening. At least in my area. I have not looked at any of the traffic cams yet, simply because it's too dark. Cameras can't see anything. I looked at the cameras yesterday morning, and one of them was just packed up with snow. You couldn't see anything. The lens was completely covered with snow. Like, well, that's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. And I was driving home yesterday, and there were a number of traffic lights that had been packed with snow, and you could barely see what color they were. That was kind of a bummer. It's kind of interesting. It's one of those things, one of those unintended consequences that we've discovered. We replaced traffic lights. From incandescent bulbs to LED bulbs to save electricity. I love the idea. The problem is when it snows, there's no heat coming off those LEDs, and so they pack full of snow inside of the lens covers. With the incandescent bulbs, because of all the heat, because of all the waste heat, they would melt the snow and keep it out of there so you could see what was going on. But with the LEDs, yeah. Paris has been so sunny lately. I miss the rain. Oh, I miss the sun. We had some sunshine over the weekend. Yeah, we had a day with some sunshine. It wasn't warm. It wasn't a warm day, but yeah, we had some sunshine, and it was a nice change. It was still I don't know, 1-2 degrees Celsius, like 35 or so Fahrenheit. Spring soon. Shroom season. Oh. Is that your speed, Monarch? You like the shrooms? I don't mind a nice portobello cap or something like that. But yeah, the psychedelics outside of my wheelhouse. Outside of my wheelhouse. All right. Well, let's leave the lobby and try and find another game. Tried them, but they didn't do anything, so, well, all right. Portobello filled with blue cheese, that is absolutely a way to go forward, 100%. We bought some prepared mushroom caps over the weekend. They weren't portobellos, they were something else. But they had some cheese, and I think it was like a sharp cheddar and a pesto. It was a sharp cheddar and a pesto. And, man, it was so good. They were so good. Had them Sunday night. Sunday night we had them. Yeah, I was pretty all right with that. Pretty all right with that. Game, I need you to find me a stinking match here. Sounds so good indeed. Yeah, it was pretty all right. It was pretty all right. Which is hilarious, of course, because they're not vegetables. They're not vegetables. They're still fungi. Yeah, so it's cold here and we got some snow. It's not currently snowing, and we'll see what happens as far as the road goes. I may delay my trip into work by a couple hours just to let the roads clear up a bit. But we're playing it by ear this morning. Oh, come on. You're killing me here, game. There was no mention of this game being down for maintenance. I mean, it let me launch, so that's more than it usually does when it's down for maintenance. And we've seen other player names as it tries to find a match. Alright, we're going to include both. All maps, any mode, don't care. Just find me a game. Oh yeah, okay. There we go. We'll take it. I'm not going to complain, darn it. If you find the bad guys, you can get XP before the match starts. Which is kind of snifty, I suppose. I'd love to find like, no XPs for me. Straight in the friendly fire like a true Yank. Well, there's that. Alright, let's get it. Had to make sure it was working. And I knew it wouldn't hurt them. I actually don't know where they spawn. I don't actually know which side they spawn on. Must be here. This direction. I got friendlies. Found friendlies, that's cool. Alright, I have not heard a single shot. Apparently it's 12-3 though. Yeah, they're going home in pieces. Oh, I'm struggling there. There's a guy. Saw him too late. Ah, that was fun. I've yet to see I shouldn't say that. I've seen one bad guy. Seen one bad guy so far. We are winning. I'm glad we're winning. I am, truly. I found a bad guy. Woohoo! Another bad guy. Whoa! Where are we at? EU servers. Of course we are. Oh, it's only... What is it? 9 versus 8? Something like that? That's why I'm struggling to find any. Well, it's a 10v10 map, so... Allegedly a 10v10 map. Alright. We need 20 kills to win. Woot, woot. Oh, going up those steps. Just killing me this morning. I'm losing all kinds of frames. That was a bad guy. Where'd he go? What? Sure. Okay. You'll die 20 times before you get 20 kills. It's distinctly possible. Okay. I gotta figure out which gun actually will get me some kills around here. Maybe it's this gun. Nope. Not possible, probable. I got a couple of kills there. I got us a couple of kills there. We'll run this auto pistol. See how it goes. There's some bad guys. Ah, I got one there. Not quite. Shot in the butt. Noise, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I got a suppression assist. Let's go. Yeah, the bullet spread is less. It'll take me an extra bullet or two with this stupid machine pistol, but the bullet spread is less. Ah, saw him too late. I'm like, wait, what? I gotta remember I actually have like health packs too. We are weaning. Bumps and bruises. Hot dog. Hot dog. I like it. Hot dog. We have a wiener. I'd never heard that before. That's pretty alright. Nope. You're bad. Woo-wee! That's called being behind the game right there. Oh, it's an old Simpsons joke, huh? It's only, what, 32, 35 years worth of Simpsons shows to watch? I don't remember when I stopped watching. It's been a long time, though. Okay. Up we go. Sure. We are the winning. Still.
1, 2, 5.
1, 2, 5. I got a grenade kill. We finally clear him out. We already finally cleared him out. Stampy episode where Bart wins a pet elephant. Oof. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually seen that one. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that one. Interesting. Stampy the pet elephant. And if I have, it's been a long time. You know what season that was? That's an interesting angle. Alright. That was an interesting angle. Gun didn't even come up, it just decided to start shooting. You know what? I helped, darn it. Way, let's go. I helped, darn it. Let's see. I can't have that. Fine. 25 kills. The best player had 25 kills. I had 7 kills and 8 and 8. I went 1.0. Why the heck not? Simpsons Stampy. Season 1. Holy cow. The Simpsons wiki is kind of terrible. That's alright. Looks like Season 1 potentially. Got us another Team Deathmatch in the same map. I don't know if they have more than one map for Team Deathmatch. Episode's called Simpsons Get an Elephant or some shit like that. Fair, fair. Alright. What are we doing here? Alright, we're going to try this marksman rifle. We're going to run it in semi-automatic. I actually have to hit my shots here. That's the secret. The secret is to actually hit your shots. No? Alright. They really nailed the frostbite engine look, yeah. You're not wrong.
Man down!
That's getting boring. That angle I was watching, that angle I was on, we're getting our asses handed to us this time. I'm on that team this time. I'm on that team this time, the one that's going to get destroyed.
Man down!
Fuck did he go? Singapore. I'm supposed to do better on Singapore servers. That's friendly. Don't shoot friendlies. We are losing a lot. Try harder. Yes. Yes, I will try harder. Thank you, game, for the encouragement.
Give me more!
Gotta kill. Gotta kill. Got another kill. Microsoft's team is down our org. Oh no. We also use Teams. I'm wondering if we're going to have an issue. Friendlies. Oh, I saw him too late. Where'd he go? I haven't checked teams this morning. Yeah, that's interesting. Enemies needs 20 kills to win. We need 30 kills to win.
Oh, I'm wounded!
The fuck was that? Get wrecked. What do I have here? I got health. Let's go. I'll take it. Now, as long as they don't come up behind you, if you slow down just a touch. Woo! Allegedly. Allegedly. Marked by flashlight. Sure. Whatever that means. I still haven't figured out what that actually means. Marked by flashlight. Somebody had a flashlight that I can't see? Like they don't render the flashlight or something?
Shoot the bastard!
Got him. And they're dead. I knew that was coming though. I needed to heal up there. Oh, thank you, teammate. You're standing right fucking next to him. Teammate's standing right next to him. Teammate's standing right next to him. Lets him shoot me. Thank you, friendly. Thank you, friend. I'm like, I'm just trying to heal up. I just need to get some of my health back. One more kill to win. Ah. Now I'm curious if my team's is down as well.
Get rid of enemy forces ASAP.
Stand by 1 second. I'm checking teams to see if it's working for me.
First one down.
Looks like it is. So, not nationwide necessarily, but potentially data center based. If that helps. When you come to terms, there we go. When you come to terms with the fact that there is no cloud, it's just your data on someone else's computer, outages start to make a little more sense. Woo! All right. Could just be your org. Oh yeah, 100%. Again, West Coast versus East Coast, you know, who knows? My team just likes running at them.
Got some meds for you, mate.
Let's get healed up here. Make sure we're loaded. Got a full magazine. Holy shit, Price, what's going on? How the hell are you? Appreciate you being here. Ah, we traded. How you been? It's been a minute. Hope life has been treating you well. Y'all going full proper Georgian. Did you see the stutter on that guy? It was amazing. Been working. OT. Let's go. You rich then? You rich or you paying more in taxes? I'm actually going to get a bit of a tax return this year. It's wild. I haven't had a tax return in years. I've always owed. It's kind of set up that way. Intentionally. It is kind of set up that way. I would much rather owe a little more at the end of the year than provide an interest-free loan to people who are just going to waste it or spend it all on frickin' drugs. I mean, if somebody's going to spend money on guns and drugs, I'd rather it be me. 68 hours last week. Holy crap. Yeah. I'm never going to win a straight-up heads-up gunfight like that. We're playing on Singapore servers. It's just simply never going to happen. Don't let him win. Is it really so hard? Watch your attitude, bro. Attitude like that is how a motherfucker gets fired from my department. Yeah, the wife and I have discussed. Whatever we get back from our tax return, we're going to spend unwisely. Which I'm pretty excited about. Yeah. Easy peasy. Alright, hopefully we'll get us not a team deathmatch. Next one should come around here. Hopefully we'll get us a not team deathmatch. I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look at that one. When's your next race, Price? You got one coming up? Training for anything right now? Smolensk, we've got 22 players. It'd be a great lobby to dump me into. That would be a great lobby to dump me into. It's not going to. It's taking too long at this point. 28 players. Put me in there. Hey, it actually did it. I had such low confidence and it still actually did it for me. That was cool. That was pretty cool. All right, let's grab this marksman kit again. $68 hours. That's brutal. I didn't even ask, what are you doing these days? We should look. UAE, even better. I mean, at least we're going west, right? Maybe? I don't know if we're going west or we're going east. There you go. I love that too. It's like, yeah, we know you had it on semi-auto. We know you had your other gun out, but pulling out your primary and putting you back on full auto. Guy actually wants to go, so that's a helpful. Yesterday, right? We were playing some Battlefield, kept jumping into vehicles with people, and it's like, are you gonna get up in there? There you go. The driver's like didn't want to go anywhere. Oh my god, let me out of these vehicles. Get off of me. Drivers wanted to sit at the edge of the map and lob shells in from distance. They're like, no, it's safer this way and I can get lots of kills. I'm like, yeah, that's why we lose every match. Your KD means nothing. Take the wins.
Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie.
KD like beauty. It's all temporary. Get the wins. The glory is forever. Watch this right here because we're actually capturing. Got an entrance right there. There's actually one like right there, I think, behind the tree.
Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 2. Your UAV is ready for deployment. Area
Woot woot!
under control.
We got us a UAV. Which door are we feeling? We're feeling this one.
Equipment needed.
What the fuck was that? Sure. Sure. That's fine. I'm not mad. How can you be mad when it's so openly and overtly ridiculous? Alright, so they've got the A's, we've got the C's, and we've got the B's as a split. It's actually not a bad place to be. We can put some forward pressure onto them.
Objective Charlie 1 is under attack.
We do need somebody defending that because they're putting some, you know, forward pressure on us at that point.
Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 2.
Ooh, alright, that's a good spot. Glad my team was watching it. We're going to sneak around the backside to Alpha 1. I'm in. Come on, game, put me in. Why aren't you at the edge? You should be running the edge of the open map. Better if you have a vehicle to get down here, but that's alright. Because you run all this way and then you just die tired. Somebody brought a vehicle down here at one point. Alright, let's see what we can see before we run in there. I don't see shit. Let's go. My squad mate had the right idea. He just failed to execute. He had the right idea. Just failed to execute it. See, now would be a fantastic time to have a claymore. Be that guy laying claymores. But we're getting a capture going on here. Oh, somebody's here with us. Let's pop this UAV. Not on top of me. Oh, y'all can't see my mini-map. Oh, there's one. There he is. Let's go. Higher rate of fire, lower damage. Oh, come on! This fucking cheating ass game. Cheating ass game, I swear to God. The guy's head is up there, which means his gun was not. Silly me thinking that your gun had to be actually, you know, the muzzle of the firearm actually had to be up before you could shoot somebody. Fuck do I know, though. Why don't you guys go first? You know he's up there, right?
Ah, our team leader is dead. Now what?
Objective Charlie 1 is under attack.
I just don't have a chance. Once again. If only there were, you know, US-based servers. If only there were US-based servers this time of day. He's not up there. No, he was up there. I was watching him on the mini-map. I was watching him make his way up there.
Our units are taking hold of objective Alpha.
But it was just his head, not the muzzle of his firearm. So theoretically, if the muzzle of your firearm is pointed at a wall, the bullets should, you know, hit the wall, right? And I'm getting shot in the butt. Let's try and avoid that. That's all I'm saying. If I shoot right here, the bullets shouldn't, like, shouldn't pass through the rock.
Objective Alpha 2 is under attack.
The bullet should hit the rock. And then he jumped down and my computer couldn't figure out where the hell he was at. What? Oh, fuck off already. I keep pushing X like it's going to change my fire mode, but it's not. This game, that's not how it works. You know, we got to the point where we could know where the enemy is all the time, vice versa. We would actually be in infantry fighting. Here's the thing, right? We learned in Kosovo. Well, we pretended we learned in Kosovo. Tanks and airplanes can't hold territory. They can destroy a lot of shit, but they can't hold territory. Why is this guy doing way the fuck out here? I mean, I'm not even arguing that death, right? I'm just trying to figure out what he's doing out there. At least some of us were on our way to a point. Players is not suppressed. But to hold territory, you still have to have boots on the ground. You still have to have boots on the ground in order to hold territory. You're welcome to believe whatever you want about that one. I'm just going to sit here in stunned disbelief. I'm not going to be the squad leader for very long. The guy drove out in the middle of nowhere and then stopped. I need to switch apparently to my anti-tank kit because there's a lot of frickin' vehicles. I'm about to get run over, aren't I?